Hello there, welcome back to the channel. Got 3v3 game here, series of games here. What is that noise? These lugger beasts. God damn, they're loud. They're worse than the birds. I don't know if that comes through, but it's terrorizing me, so enjoy that. But yeah, 3v3 series recommended to me by Granuli, just a bunch of games. We're just going to go over. Some will be long, some will be short. Gives you a picture of what games are actually. They're not all like 3-hour slugfest things, you know. So getting in the teams here, we got Granuli and Nerf Herder is the yellow with the Rebel Alliance. Got Nanaka Jones here in the pocket position with Confederacy in the grey. We got Yoda here in the orange with the Galactic Empire. And on the other side of things, we got Team Captain Arnie here in the blue with the New Republic. John the Late here with the Geonosians in the green. And lastly, we got Smoky Venus here in the purple with the First Order. So we'll see what happens. What's this map? Oh god, no. I'm back. I never escaped. I never left Jaku, actually. I've always been here, trapped, casting games in Jaku. Oh. Delete this map. So we got some Minox, we got some Lugger Beasts. Nice thing about Jaku is you get this really comfy like food stockpile that can keep you going. And then like I think the hunt's pretty variant. I do tend to see quite a lot of. I remember my time in Jaku, there was quite a lot of lure. It's kind of like desert, I suppose, but very open in the centre. Should make it nice for a team game. There'd be actually a lot of opportunities for shenanigans from the pocket positions on a map like this. But what you do get on Jaku, though, is sort of accessible. I would say even more like Age of Empire 2-esque accessible, like walling spawns. Not too hard to close your base out with light walls on this map. So, interesting options. I think with just how open it is in the centre, if you wanted to do like pocket mounties or a pocket rush or something, you more than likely have some sort of success with that, I think. Just because you can just walk straight across to whoever. Like Ice Lake, or High Islan, which is like a, in my opinion, a better Ice Lake from the EF map pool. Big open centre. We do have a First Order gamer here who doesn't have a carbon processor. However, he's on the berries, quite a lot in the berries here, so he's dropped carbon on that, so he's going for the carbon processor. This is some ethical First Order gameplay, I must say. I usually see Smokey up to no good with First Order, so I'm surprised he's got a pocket, is he? Oh, it's in the wing. Cornelia has his wing as well. I'm sure every single person in this game is due flame troopering Granuli back at some point. I imagine they've all tasted the flame troopers. Granuli loves to mounty people. Do that to you in your first game back, he'll be right there with a mounty. In your base, cross map. So do we have any shenanigans at all? Don't think so. You should get kind of a fast hit too, maybe, with all this lure and the berries. Farm from Yoda, an interesting one. It hasn't really gotten like max saturation here on the food stockpiles. See how Yoda's eco looks. 220. He had all his lug up. He hasn't touched his Minox, that's what it is. He's had all his luggers. His beast lugs. Troop center for Arnie here going up. Yeah, Arnie's played his T1. Pretty reasonable. He's about to click up, I think. It's not the perfect T2 rush, but sometimes there's just a little bit more food than you would like. Ideally, you just want your power core like done about now, so you can get those trooper recruits out, right? But they're taking a wee while to bring back the carbon there. Not quite a lot on food still. Could have maybe pulled some here and there. Or committed less to the food processor. Not had all his Minox either, so I wonder if Yoda's lost out here or something. Looks like Yoda's going to T3. We can see like a bit of an ominous wall forming. Nothing happening on the other side yet. Is there a flame trooper? SY's found his base, but this is what the farms are really good for here. Would have loved to see you to just munch all these Minocs though, like a couple of minutes ago, because that's like 500 food, you know. And actually, troop center. So defensive trooper play here, I guess. I think he probably should have just T3'd. Unless he can't get the food. He does if he had the Minocs though. I think if he has the Minocs and then he's got like it's a really good food. This is kind of like a god spawn for it, right? The only thing you would need to really worry about is like light walling this or like putting some prefabs around the back here. Because it wouldn't be a difficult time for Arnie to get across. You can see Arnie's actually pulled some trooper or some workers, so maybe he is going for the turret as well. He is kind of ahead of Yoda at the moment. Yoda's just started his power core, so if he gets pinned with a turret, it could be quite bad for him. I don't think we've seen any sort of flame trooper shenanigans. And pockets should be just chilling, doing what they do. Yoda can completely close this off, so we'll be fine there. I see this is smart. Because he does see these workers coming. And Arnie going to try and stop him walling this off, because Arnie wants to get into good position here. He can get a nice turret. Thing is, though, he doesn't necessarily need the wall, and it is a shame he's going to lose these two workers out here. But all he has to do is make 2 turrets quicker than Arnie does here, which he can do. This is the wrong move, though, running away. You just make 2 turrets. There was no reason to concede this, unfortunately. Because, I mean, you've got 10 workers and he's got 2. You're going to build your turrets first. You could just focus the workers with your turret. So he's kind of just giving Arnie this, and it shouldn't succeed. Arnie needs to like not be seen doing this, at least for like the first 30-40% or something of the turret going up. And Secret Newly's just walked into Smoky Venus here. A lot of combat, deaths, a lot of corpses on the ground here. It's just not as interesting as what's going on here with the turret at the moment. And so Arnie's definitely done something to put Yoda quite behind here, though I'd say Yoda is kind of just been behind this whole time. See that Arnie's only really just started getting his farms now, in like the last 2 minutes or so. So I don't really know what happened with Yoda's early game, if it was just not enough guys on the food stockpile, because I believe they both didn't really touch their Minocs, so I don't know if Arnie maybe stole a Lugger Beast or something, or there was a bad generation for Yoda. But he's kind of just feeling all the repercussions from that. But I think he did have better options. And this was preventable. And I think T3 would have been probably a good thing to go for as well, just eating the Minocs. That would have been a good way to combat this. It is such a nice spawn, just being able to wall in here up against the edge of the map. Unfortunate. And you can see that Smokey's trying to get in here to Granilli's base. He's trying to get some sort of wall to stall this out. He will see it ahead of time, of course, because of the foundations and his worker that's just been gunned down. But what does Granilli actually have? It's a bit of a base trade scenario here. And it's who can get into the best position here. We can see that Granilli's, he gets a little bit of an advantage here. Because he really is the one that initiated this being a base trade. Turret goes up. He can sort of get out of position here. He really needs to make sure he micros, because look at all these workers up for grabs that he's just not grabbing, and he's made the mistake going this way. There's quite a lot of workers at the moment you could get. He's camping the production though. Whereas on the other hand, Granilli can actually build up his production here. Troopers are actually all dead, so I think Granilli's going to come out big ahead here, and I actually think Smokey's just dead. What's he doing? He doesn't have a single turret as well, which is just crazy to me. 250 ore, no turrets were made during this, he's just completely messed it up. Doesn't have enough troopers to actually take the trade. And he's just going to keep hemorrhaging deaths here. You can see that Yoda and Arnie fighting back a little bit. I can hear a Lugger Beast, man. Is this one missed? How is there still one? Oh god. It's the satanic Psych. Thing destroys troopers, man. SY getting bailed out here by John a little bit, but so many workers dead. What are we down to? 25 for Smokey? 26? 37 for Grenouille. That's a huge lead. You know, like 30%. He's like 50% of ahead of Smokey, isn't he? It's what, 12 workers. You're able to get in here and actually just start punching this turret to death. Jaku Jones, Nanaka Jones showing up here with a couple of fighters. You want to try and find this angle. Already a little bit worried about his carbon here. So setting his troopers back a little bit. This is a good angle. Yoda just needs to sneak up on these guys. These are the kind of opportunities why I like putting troopers in a box formation, is to try and center them all in like one location. Just get some better volleys and get closer up to the units. Because line formation, a lot of times you've only got like this amount shooting, and he's going to walk straight into Arnie here. Kind of doomed anyway though, because the fighters are here too. Cause a little bit of disruption, but the rubbish thing is that this kind of invites the counter attack, and you don't really want to make any more troopers anymore, so you're obligated to rely on your you guys. I don't think the bomber is really necessary when you got the workers that can just bash the turret down. I think Nanaka just better to just make fighters right now. Reserve the bombers for when they're truly snookered. So it should be on Grenouille, get up to T3, see what he can do with his worker differential on SY. Yoda at 33, Arnie at 38. A bit of a lead there for Arnie, but it's not really too bad for Yoda. But there's maybe, if we go into like economy, it might show a bit of a big shift in resources. So we can see 300. So it's about 1,000 resources actually ahead for Arnie, with just 5 workers ahead, and that's mainly because of all the disruption that this turret caused, all the switching over, and then a lot of the guys getting garrisoned as well during that early time when Yoda was pinned. Not the most aggressive pockets here, in all honesty. I say that though, John looks like he's going to change my mind on that. I usually see him being very conservative though, but this is a big attack he's got planned for Grenouille. Maybe the idea being just to overwhelm what you would typically have. Because if these fighters tank enough shots for these Geos, like the Geo DPS against like anti-air troopers is so high. And at the moment, and this is probably something you'd only really get an opportunity to do in a 3v3 is pocket. Because you've got two wings as a pocket. We can see that at the moment, Nanaka's like heavy hover-handing like Yoda's base at the moment. Which means he's not really in the area to come and help here, but John on patrol at the moment, which is maybe a little bit of a bad idea. He's gotten caught in these prefab shells, and this is giving like Grenouille a lot of time to react to this. He's got quite a few anti-air troopers. He's not really in a good spot to just garrison them though. He needs to be very careful with what he fires at here. And John as well needs to micro his best here. Try and get these right on top of them, because it is like 5 shots or so to kill these Geos. And it's looking like it favours Grenouille here. I think he staggered his anti-air troopers pretty well. I think he did do a little bit of garrisoning there too. And this all kind of just failed for him here. Maybe it would have been better to just go straight to the pocket. See Arnie starting to do a little bit of harassment here. This Geo sneaking right in. His anti-air trooper's pretty close though. Gonna get 2 workers I think though. Just still quite nice. 3 is an overperformance, man. It's a 5-star Yelp review for that Geo. God damn. 3. See that a little bit of the cute repairing going on here for Arnie. Trying to get more value out of these strike mechs. This brought down to 4 health. 2 kills though. He's on his way to being a command and conquer general with those promotions. Bomber doing quite well actually here in defending. So getting some extended use out of it. Ooh. Godsland, this is just not worth it for Arnie right now. Double mag factory at the moment. Kind of lacking that second CC though. Anyone still in T2? Granuli, surprisingly. That is surprising. This is a very late T3 for someone that's probably had the most like dominant T2 economy. Really slow one. Maybe overcommitted just a little bit in defending. He's been doing a lot of walling and stuff as well. So they got a nice walled in base now. Should look to see him really pop off once he gets the T3. Needs to do something with his lead, I feel. There's no real desire or like need to go like heavy air here, so he's going to go into it though. I think it really may be better to have just gone strikes. Strikes and hit really hard here on John. Because the air coming this late, you're so developed. I guess the only option really is for if Granuli wants to go straight to T4 and go T4 air. Again, I think I like strikes out the wings here in like a 3v3. And this is nice with a lot of the upgrades here. Actually getting some favourable trades, taking down 2 mech destroyers and 2 grenade troopers, and a lot of pressure. And John sort of getting in on that as well, bringing the fighters here. And the 2 units can complement each other, especially if John waited and the strikes came and killed the anti-air troopers. And SD at the moment is just struggling to match this, to get these fighters over and help. The big problem here for Yoda is just no upgrades, no armor on this mech destroyer, so it's just taking like the maximum damage it can be from these strike mechs. And grenade troopers just not doing too well. And Smokey coming in here with some strike mechs. Real shame to not see a fortress going up like immediately for rebels. It'd be so helpful in a 3v3, especially with all the strike pressure at the moment. And now discussing just slinging up to T4 air, so things are really bad. Granuli's saying no to that. Not sure what Granuli's T3 game plan is, to be honest. Don't think their morale's very high. I think they might just quit. Because they've got their weakest player in pocket right now. Yoda's kind of messed up this game, I feel. And to be honest, I feel Granuli's kind of messed up as well, because I think Granuli was in a really commanding position and he's just not really done anything with it. And like the air is just not like that scary. It's just got such a low ceiling to go into like so late on the wing. Like when you've got that nice like T2 economy, it'd be better to just go straight to T4. Because think about like on scale just how much better equipped you are to deal with it like 30 minutes in the game. And get the turret here. I feel like Smokey should probably have a second CC by now as well, just to make it a little bit easier for himself. He's got heavy anti-air troopers. The fighter ceiling's just too low. Whereas if they're just like fully upgraded strike mechs, like they've got so many kills. It's just like an ambition motivational poster or something in somebody's like 90s office. What is this light wall? Command center going up. Should be able to garrison in there. Kind of an elongated base here for Smokey. Makes it a little bit worse for him, but there's the turret here. Big push here from Arnie. He's kind of just keeping that momentum going. This is what you really want to be doing in the wing, I feel. That's why they're struggling, because like, I mean, it's like unupgraded mech destroyers. You need to match the investment. That's why I like the ceiling of the strike mechs. This could be like joined by a fortress as well, and you lose a lot of like good stuff. Like look at the resources, and they're gonna call it GG there because they've just nothing to deal with this. But this could easily be followed up with fortress there, and then plane to artillery. Keep that print, and then that requires so much effort from the pocket to come and help. That kind of opens up the map for just Yoda or John and Smokey to dominate. They could just take it to 2v1 in Granula here. So, Team Arnie going to take that first game. That was game 1. Game 2. God damn, this map. Can you build on this thing yet? I hope so. First time I played it, you can build on this. Maybe that terrain you can't build on. I don't know. That was a horrible thing. Didn't make sense. It's like, hey, look at this nice hill. God damn, why am I choking? Ugh. Oh, God. Biological functions absolutely malfunctioning. Oh, that black Diet Coke, man. Ugh. Terrible time. Right. Teams. Ugh. Teams are the same, right? We got Nerf Herder, Granula here, in the Cyan of the Teal, in the pocket position with Republic. That's a much stronger core for the team there. And we got Nanaka Jones, Esty here. About to lose a scout. Wanted to keep an eye on this. With the damn people, the Gungans. Recent victims of some Sando monster attacks. Eating that Ronto, so in the purple. And then lastly, we got Yoda here in the blue with the black sun. And then on the other side of things, we got Team Captain Arnie here. He's in the pocket now. Not with an air civ, but with Confederacy. Civ it usually does quite well with in the yellow. Smoky Venus in the Naboo in the orange, and then lastly we got John here in the green with the Resistance, and it never tells me the maps these days on these random things, does it? Can't remember the name of this one. There's too many now. I'm gonna have to like play a lot of games to have any chance of remembering them. Easy with vanilla when there's like 10 maps and only like 3 of them you like playing. Like, what, desert. I never liked Savannah. I love-hate relationship with Savannah, to be honest, that map. Well, Ice Lake was kind of crap, wasn't it? Motherload, everyone liked Motherload. So what we got? Rontos, Minox, 8 nerfs. 8 nerfs is such a comfy time. Quite a lot of Minox to be pushing. So Arnie's about to have a mental breakdown with this one though. He's not listening to your rules. No, he's just left, man. He's had enough. He's going the other pack, is he? He is as well. Arnie's an emotional player. He's favoritism on the Minoc packs. And a little bit of food stockpile as well, so plenty of options here. Who's in the wings? Gungans, Black Sun, Naboo. So none of those like super good mounty civs. Don't really have like Zan or Geonosians or First Order. The ones with like buffs that help in a significant way. So it might be quite an ethical. It's a nice split map this though, doesn't that? This hill. Some Rancors there. Wonder if I'll ever see anyone doing the Rancor run. Just getting a medic. Going on a path down. Not too many of them though. I've seen about 5 or so. Drop them off at someone's carbon. The old ways, the old scumbag ways of the players. The players that would do it, they're never the good players that are doing it. Let's do the sort of mid-level players, or lower mid-level players, luring all the animals, dropping them at your base, but it can be quite effective, disruptive. He just doesn't want to listen to you, Arnie. Ugh. You gotta be like hyper aggressive. Oh no. Pull these guys back. What is all this? Oh, he's been missing them for a while. Oh, got to thread the needle here, get the mine lock through the Nova. Must have been a cancelled farm, was it? Yeah, that's the rage food processor for these ones. He's unhappy. Annoying spawn there. Yeah, nothing really going on, is there? Oh. jig's up though. It's been scouted. Scouted by, would you guess it, the scout. Mounted trooper is off. The first one is away. I repeat, the first one is away. He's coming in. And John Wallet in time. Oh. Oh, there was a little bit of like lag there, or the Minoc interrupted the pathing for a second. There's hesitation from the Mountie, but he got through. I'm curious as to he maybe wanted this side of his Novik fully protected, and that's why he came forward. But it could have walled him out of that bit. So Mountie comes in. I don't think it's really a big deal though for resistance. They do have that repair bonus. So it's not really that hard for you to just fight with one and repair it with the other, you know? Second Mountie delayed by the walls, but he will get in there soon. Maybe it'd be more annoying to go to the pocket right now. John doesn't really... He's going for T3, I guess. Playing for T3. I wouldn't even be too worried about two Mounties, to be honest, with this Civ. Just slap and repair. Get a turret here, maybe. Going for the troop center though. Interesting. So maybe you start to see the third and the fourth and the fifth. They are actually, they're really pumping out here for Este. For Nanaka. And he's actually not too far off going off to T2 as well. Looking pretty strong here with his T1 eco. A lot on Nova. Maybe a little bit too much on Nova. Kinda wild. Because he doesn't want to stop them, just no, he's building them up more. I think he should go up to T2 and upgrade them. I think he maybe should have stopped at like 6 or 8 or something. He's got a lot out, right? I think if he wants to do this, right, he just needs to like go balls to the wall, man. Third and fourth troop center, and just go for like numbers. Just full send it. And then run to the pocket with like 20 Mounties after you've forced like Armageddon here in John's base. That's what I used to do. Especially, it was much easier as well though when you had like 20 nerfs. Right? You could do it way earlier. Games would be over in like 12 minutes. Pinging your wing for not walling on Motherload when your pocket and 30 T1 Mounties run into your base at like 10 minutes. What is this? So you're getting forced away now. Troop center's up. Power, you come back in though. Should just take this 4v1, man. It's the most intimidating Mountie of all time. Is there anything happening on the other side? No. What's these two? These two look like they're in a Game Ranger game, man. Holy. No walling, T3ing in each other's face, man. It's just like Glenn and Jenny or something. Fucking Game Ranger. Or Rob. Rob and Glenn on the wing with one another. What's happening? Oh, there's a bit of a wall for SY. I guess Yoda's playing off that. Go for the Night Sister Temple. I do kind of wish that Este just gave a bit of a visit to the pocket here. He's gone T2 now, but it's like it's a little bit later than he was. He stopped making the Mounties now. I guess he'd play for T3. I think it's just nicer if he just... I don't like this. Oh, he gets it though. Okay. A lot of casualties though. And he's not rebuilding them. Not upgrading them either. It might not be so intuitive to people these days, but I think like he just keeps going the Mounties, man. It would buy him so much time. And his pocket could like really play off of it as well. John actually getting the wall here. Keeping these guys in. I think we could see Este running around with like 20 Mounties. Heavy Mountie on the way. Get a war center. Why am I trying to say blacksmith, man? Get a war center. Get the armor, the damage. That'd just be just like really difficult. I would force Arnie to just sit in his base with his air. You have to wall his power core and everything. Come down and help. I think you can see he's starting to think about going to his base. you're running around with Mounties, you've no reason to do anything there. Double air on this team too, right? You got Granuli and Yoda. Yeah, that's kind of what happens, and I think that's just because Este's taking his foot off the gas. I think it was a real good opportunity for him to just keep going. I think it would have been really scary for Arnie too if we... What are these medics, man? Heal the workers. I want to see the medics be meaningful in the moment of the fighters versus the anti-air trooper. It could be the most crazy medic play of all time from Este. Yeah, I think Este still had all his mounties. He upgraded them. And then he's running around, like, mirrored with Granuli's air. They could be threatening to actually just kill Arnie off. Because John's just turtled up. Like, he's nothing in this game for, like, the next 10 minutes, probably. So that leaves Arnie just completely vulnerable here. And then not only do you have Granuli with air, but then you've also got, like, Yoda there as well to swing it. Like, even Smokey might get pulled over to come and help, and then Yoda can go kill Smokey's base, and he's reliant on his air. So, missed opportunity, sadly. But I think it probably just comes from experience. See, Nanaga's on the way to T3, but it's like, He's kind of forced to play Turtleish now as well. You can see, for Granuli here out in the map, it's still very tentative for him, right? Because it's Arnie's got the same air, if not a little bit more. And then they're just going through the usual pocket dance, you know. Who's more audacious to go in and get the first shots on the Nova workers? Or who's going to lose their air because they've patrolled into a prefab shelter? You got Granuli hovering, taking a trade here with much less... That's actually kind of good. I think he got a pretty good trade there. The strike's trying to get in. He's walled though. Nice walls. See, Arnie really wanted to do something there. Completely countered out now. Even Yoda was hovering, helping there. Smokey and Yoda just been sitting in each other's bases. There's the up to 2 hollows. That's pretty nice. Where she's off to. Don't see a third. We got Este and John hitting T3 the same time there. It's all a little bit quiet. Arnie actually back out in the map though, surprises me. They're trying to get these strikes in play. Using them to scout ahead a little bit. I think you should be careful though. Loses his fighters in a bad trade, he might actually get counter-attacked. Maybe a bit of a collision here with Yoda and Smokey. Smokey trying to take the trade. A little bit of hesitancy from both. This favours Yoda though. Yoda wins that too. Doesn't really have any more though. So really not many fighters. Nice little spot here. Maybe just hoping he can force the mech destroyer. Here, which he is. And that gets him a bit of a return on his 2-strike investment there. Keeps them closer. Carbon spam. Ooh, Arnie. Sitting behind Este's base here. Este going to the air. Gungan air. I think this would be better here. Just to see just some ground pushing. I think Gungan's in this position on the wing. I like to just see like a pummel. Pummel A Mobile and just put the pressure on. Just to stop like John going air here. Probably end up forcing John to build a fortress. Knowing John, I think he would build a fortress primarily to build a ski speeder to counter the pummel and the AA Mobile. And that'd keep him grounded in T3. Would be interesting to see. And Granuli here looking for a trade. We'd see SY and Yoda wipe each other's air count. 2 turrets though, and then fighters getting on top of him here. That's actually bad for Granuli. Forced to take an even trade. It's actually not really even for him. They're both one shot away as well. Arnie kind of just going through the motions here. Research center. I'd like to see him transition into Fortress. And go for the Magnus. Be really good against this team. Like, everyone's air on this team. Kinda silly. Can build up here now. Scouting prefab shelter. I think all these units just would have been nice with just like a continuous bit of aggression here from SD. Good way to lock John, bring him down to SD's level. Stop him from being able to build like a big economy and be like a late game powerhouse, you know. SD and keep him in like low eco trades. I think that would really benefit him. And stop maybe the teams being like a little bit too overbearing here. It's quite a strong team. Arnie, John, and Smokey. Everyone going air just means that, like, I don't think anyone's really dying, right? And nobody's really taking too much damage. It's kind of just fighters killing fighters. Until someone gets T4, but... I mean, if there's enough air trades... Makes it go slower. Lets everyone be just much more equipped for T4 air. Bad trade there for Granuli, just flying straight into that turret. Does delay this fortress. He actually cancels the fortress though, which is interesting. Maybe he doesn't want Granuli to think about that. Maybe, I don't know if Granuli hovered it and saw. Maybe he just thinks it's a CC or wasn't really paying too much attention. Double war, like definitely wanted to do Magnus, right? Like surely, on his way to T4. Doesn't get anything up yet. Been a wee bit rubbish. I'm not sure what he wants to do. He end up switching it to mech. There we go, basic armor. It's fortress here again. No. What's Yoda up to? 4 Night Mothers out. He's really been chilling out over here, booming. Now, this could be pretty annoying for SY to deal with here. No reason for him not to get a fortress though, so if he sees this, he should just instantly drop a fortress. It's only 2 purchases at the space. Wow. Well. Yeah. Yeah. That is the invoked response there. 4 Night Mothers dead. And that really takes this thing out of any momentum that Yoda was going to get here. I think it was going to do really well for him as well. Like, I could see Smokey even quitting off of that. But Smokey gets the kill there. Damn. That is a bad, bad time. These strikes run out here. Should be a bit of a tell for Granuli. He just looks at the war center upgrades of these strike mechs, like what's coming his way from Arnie. Currently at +2 damage, that's it. It's like a Lucky Ashman strike mech raid right now. The range being the last thing to get. Ain't nothing else happening really. Oh, it's a new drop. Right, three Night Mothers. So, 3 out of 7. Power Core. The best thing to do here, actually, is just come in and convert all 3 air bases. Like, that is horrible to have happen to you when you just hit, like, T4. It's not really so much about the power core, you can easily make a new power core, right? But if you just confiscate all 3 air bases, holy, that's a bad time. No upgrades. It's so much investment to get it all back. In come the Magnas. 3 of them here. Granuli not really set up for this. I think his best bet would just be building some attackers. Here's T4. Shield and Fast Fighter. But yeah, I think like a couple of attackers just to defend these. Like the best DPS you can get out right now. I think the real good counter for Republic is just going into heavy strike mech, right? So it takes ages for these fighters to kill them. It's so annoying. Tanky and annoying, and then that air is not doing anything either, is it? We've got John here trying to take a trade with him. Full of interceptors here. Much better trade for John here. And that's really going to hamper Granuli's ability to defend himself. He's actually just going to call GG here, is he? Guess he is struggling. Maybe a little premature, I'm not too sure, but doesn't look like things are going great for them. I think Yoda's plans really went down the drain there when he lost those 4 Night Mothers at the start. As you can see that like SY is much better equipped to deal with this now. And there's no real like follow-up to get everything online, but yeah, interesting one. A little bit anticlimactic at the end. Move into the 3rd game here. So we got Granuli in the yellow with the Galactic Empire. We got Yoda here in the grey with the Zan Consortium. And then we got Nanaka Jones here in the blue with the Confederacy. And then on the other side of things, we've got Team Captain Arnie here in the teal of the Cyan with the Black Sun. John here in the purple with the Rebel Alliance. And then lastly, we got Smokey here in the orange with the New Republic. And this looks like Geonosis. Some massives. Nixus, Reeks, kicking about. Some blurgs. My favourite unit right now, the Ackley. Need some more Ackley gameplay. Have to return and build some Ackleys. Ruin some people's, make them mute their game, you know. This unit. There's still Auras on this map. Did John delete them in a rage? Desert Lobel. See any? Oh, there we go. Wonder if we'll see Yoda go for the 5 Mounties, no basic training. Because you could technically do that, right? And then when you tech up, you get 100 Nova. It's not like a big issue. It's like any other bonuses in this stuff. It's all later stuff, right? Yeah. And it's just fortress units, that's not all units.
If you don't mind paying us to run around.
The rot max are right here. One worker per lure. New strategy. Reach T2 10 minutes later than everyone else. A little bit better. People maybe want to get out with their scouts, you know, and actually see what's going on. What's that power core, right? So close. Build it, quick. All hands. Tanaka getting his troop center. Nothing yet for Smokey. Holy, he's getting more. He grows more powerful, the Rot Maxer.
Give us a target.
Two bounties, can send them at the same time here. Maximum surprise for Arnie here. Arnie, who's at the moment, his scout's really just been pushing animals, I think, and luring them. Welcome to Arnie's vision. Here at 6 minutes. He has no idea this is coming his way. Scouts here. You're pulling his scout back. That's the third bounty arriving now as well. Nice little wallet he's got though. I'm gonna interrupt his carbon. You can go T2. Maybe. I think he's kind of fine, in all honesty. Oh, even got the cheeky Nova wall. He's real good here. This was such a nice wall. Except this guy. This guy is he's a bit sus. It's the imposter, as the kids would say. This guy. He's trying to let them in. Now, question is, don't think it would be enough food to just go straight T3, right? Oh, it's gonna get the power core in here. I like it. Is he gonna try and get them onto the Nova? Can he wall them in? I think he could wall like this though, right? You can just wall here. Prefab. That might be nice. The other side of things, Smokey. Let's stripper recruits out. It's all good here. He could go for T3. There's two of these are exposed. He's pushed off his food though. Knights. Oh, that's an interesting one. They might be able to kite these units. I'm not sure what the damage looks like from the Mounties against them though. I would have thought the Mounties probably kill them. I haven't seen how much damage the Night Sisters do back. Maybe they do quite a lot. Build fairly quickly. So that gives him a way to like counter attack, and Yoda's base will be quite open, I suppose. And then Arnie could theoretically swing by the pocket as well and harass that way. Counter attack here for Smokey onto Aesta here. What's this? The medic doesn't work, does it? I was wondering what he was doing there, but they're actually all mechanical units. That's why there's like no healing going on. Zero micro from Smokey. Still a pretty okay trade for him, I guess. Oh, the worker survives. Anyway, no basic training. This could be bad for Yoda. Still no basic. He needs to get to T2, right, to get it? Well, he is T2. He's just forgotten. Ooh. These are going to die so quickly. Will he notice? Basic training notice levels at an all-time low. He's getting housed, though. Aren't he going to pocket? No, he's noticed. He's noticed. Houtners to you. I'd be replying with a question mark. Unfamiliar unit, but also a typo. Yes, why another? These medics, man. Least useful medic of all time. Such an annoying unit, because there's just not really like a good counter to it right now. Kill here. John, though, you're actually been quite a terrorist here in his base. He's had to wall in as well. Because this would have been a nice opportunity for like an airing pocket to play off of, but he's struggling here. Still in T2. I don't know when they actually got there, but it looks like it's maybe been some time. Nothing on Nova, had to wall in. Power core being sneaked away here. Only just started T3. The SY got some big I guess it's gonna die here. Here's T2. One turret. Where's the second one? I mean, this is kind of an easy wall off as well. I think the walls are really good to go for here. The troopers trying to chase these units. Fighters are just tickling them. Just that really strong, annoying unit. Way better than Padawans. Just since they're ranged, you know? No bad AI. Can't really be kited. Probably tankier than them, are they? Zero 5, so most likely. I don't know all the relevance of armors, but I assume so. They look more tanky at me. It's a health. More hit points though than that Padawan. You know times are tough. You know times are real tough when you're defending yourself in T2 with scouts that you've built. Oh dear. SY coming in here. Only one turret again. Not too strong on its own. Need two of them. Some more worker kills for SY here. And kind of just dominating pure ASD here. It's a real good. They actually cancelled an auto attack. I think there's still something amiss with these guys, like this trooper specifically. I think it shoots. I think it has a slower animation than the other troopers. Because it just seems way easier to cancel a shot with these guys. Which means you must have a bigger window. What is happening here to poor Arnie? That is a massacre. That's so many Nova workers. Yikes. These guys just ran back in as well. I think he's dead here. No turrets to go into. Walled in. Gernuli just punishing this hard. There was never like a troop center, really, was there? Because we went and built this. It's like late troop center, just one of them to make enough production. Pocket so far behind helping him. It was just fish in a barrel for Gernuli there. No. It's doomed here. But Smokey is winning on the other side. But I think like the big winner out of all these shenanigans is Gernuli, right? 2,400 points right now. Kinda just his game to carry right now. Arnie gonna try and do some more harassment here. John's just gonna feel compelled to defend though, and Gernuli's kinda just free to do what he wants. Yeah, ST trying to get some sort of counter-attack back here on SY. SY looks like he's trying to go up to T3 and actually getting pinned under his turret here. He's on the way to T3 though. It's kind of like a window that's been granted by him teching up. As you see, Naka not really close yet. Still needs his buildings. He could find some damage here. I'm really going to back him up too. This actually could be quite devastating. There's only like 3 anti-air troopers, maybe 4. We could focus these. 5. That's deceptive amount. He really needs to pay attention though. He could just fly on top of these. The trooper's going to help out and shoot these. It's still not microing though. He's shooting a strike mech right now. It's really bad at not looking at his units. Oh damn, man. Look how much this tanked. Now we're microing with this one fighter there. Arnie gonna resign. I think they're all gonna pack it in here. Nice follow-up to the counter-attack there from Este, and yeah. So big winner in all that chaos was just kind of Gernuli. And then it really shows there, right? I don't know what the scores are, man. Am I meant to be keeping... Who won this one? I don't know. Somebody will tell me. Where was I? This one I just watched, right? Yeah. Game 4. Woof. It's a bit of a... Looks like a clown's face. That's an emoji, man. That's not map generation. That's a nose. These are eyes. These are like color on the cheeks or makeup or something, like clown makeup. This is the big mouth, right? What is this? Or if you look at the minimap, squiggly arms creature. Some dodgy looking map this. So where are we? We've got Gernuli here. Team Captain Gernuli. The tail of the Cyan here with the Geonosians. We've got what? Yoda. Orange, Zan Consortium, and then lastly we got Este here in the red with the Trade Federation, and then where's the Team Captain Arnie on the other side here. Confederacy again in the blue. John Lalay here in the pocket with purple. Resistance. And then Smoky Venus here in the grey with the black sun. Is that Gernuli pocket again? Yeah. So I think it was Gernuli versus John last time as well. They got lava fleas for dinner, some Minox, looks like some nerfs as well. What's the count on the nerfs? 6. This looks like pretty reasonable mounty opener. Where's the pathways? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's plenty of ways to get across this lava river. Or the squiggly arms of this guy. I don't know what this generation's about though. This is just kind of awful. Like, what's the point of this? Other than to, like, make the map uneven for one team. Because at least, like, with water you get fish, but you don't... where's the lava fish at, man? When we get in the lava shipyard, the lava fish, then it would make sense. Then it'd be cool. But until then, it's just ruining the map for one team. Unfortunately. So here's a lot less space for you to build on. Thanks. What we always wanted. Big rot maxing. It's all good. It's all good in the Geonosian hood. They often quite a tucked in carbon processor. But they love to do it in Age of Empires. It's like they'll get a guy in that crevice, right? I'm walled in right there. The rest of his life just trapped against the wood. What do you call it? The woodcutter's lodge or whatever. I don't know. Lumberjack camp, right? That's a lumberjack camp. God, my brain. Here's the carbon processor center. Abbreviated. CTR. A food processor coming out. Doesn't want to push them. They do feel less pushable these days at 100 food. And oh no, Yoda's doing it again. Once again to Arnie. Round 2. Arnie must be livid. He does not have an easy wall in like last time, right? Maybe 1, 2, 3. He could do it. Not going for it this time. He does have a troop center already up now, though. Power core in the way. And in that cat. EF, good save for it. Well, you gotta go Zam again. One Mountie out. You can kind of keep up with them, can't it? Just needs to make sure he doesn't take a trade away from the command center right now, but kill off the scout, which is nice. I'd say the scout be a bit more annoying. Because they should theoretically can't catch his scout unless he gets stuck up against terrain. And you can just keep chipping away for 3 damage. Well, it's 2, is it? Much worse. 2 damage. The Mountie's trying to get in here. Bit of a wall, but I mean, right at the front's very open. I don't know how this guy got so lost. He couldn't find him, I guess, maybe. Only just found his base. So 2 Mounties out for Arnie to defend himself. 4 Mounties running the way to John's base, though. And John actually going troop center and Mounties. Great game for Granuli. Like, no pressure coming his way. This... Oh. Do it. Put more on ore. Do it. Do it now. I want to see them. I need the, I've got fever. The only cure is more Geo warriors, man. Bit of a counter-attack for Arnie here against Yoda. Yoda's not really have to do anything against John, because John's done it all himself by making all these Mounties. He's not taking damage, but he's trapped. I might have to kick Granuli from the Discord if he doesn't make a fortress. Oof. The Tan Ray. Laying the smack down upon the... I think John really should have grabbed his Mounties and went straight to Granuli's base. This is so much time he's getting right now. He's trying to go now. We spent a little bit too long chasing those Mounties. And Arnie getting a bit of damage in here. Kind of a couple of workers. John randomly here with 1 Mountie. Gives Arnie the edge here a little bit. Needs to get more of these troopers across though. He's got quite a lot built up. He's on his way to T2. Get upgrades. There's not going to be a fortress. This is... He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. This is when you inform Granuli he's got no balls. It's Smokey looking to punish Nanaka here. Doesn't look like he's really taking too much damage. There's been a lot to keep up with. I haven't seen too much of the mounty aggression, but it was not as quick as Yoda's. Yoda's struggling to defend himself here. This is the big problem though, when all these troopers get over here. And still no T3 yet for Greenlee. It should be close though, right? He's not really had any interruptions. He's just done a little bit of walling in. Oh, 5 on ore though. Oh, maybe he will. There's no placement here though, is there? You can maybe place it right here, I think. Are these guys gonna do it? Yeah. Holy. John's gonna see it. He will see it. I mean, one Geo Warrior to defend. I would send the first one out and then the second one defends. I don't know what John's trying to do here. He can't get in. What? What was that? You see that? Gonna need an explanation for that one. Like, I'm fine if the units, like, walk through the building or something for some sort of pathfinding bug, but that just deleted a carbon rock foundation thing. I have to investigate that one. Geos are out. Yoda is, he's gonna need bailed out with a Geo, to be honest. You don't need to send 2 of them, man. Come on now. Just send 1. Go, you need to get out there and do some damage. Did he... I think he clicked the foundation thing there with the worker. That shouldn't cancel it at that distance, though. That's kind of sus, man. Probably shouldn't do that, in all honesty. I thought you had to at least, like, go off to build it, I suppose, but... Or, like, have some sort of minimum range, though. That's kind of bullshit, to be honest. That's how he got in. He clicked light wall on that foundation. And that's why this worker, he's not actually hidden it, because this worker's running over to build it. Can I not see it until he starts building it? Is that what it is? He's going to die before then. That Geo's going to take him down. Forbidden tech, that. I don't know if it's worth keeping in the game if you can do that across map like that in that situation. That's kind of unreasonable. Because you can't do the same to normal trees. It's only like carbon rocks that works on. And if there's no consistency, then it is kind of just a silly bug. Rip. A few workers go down there. I don't think Granuli's really utilised the Geos too well here. I think if he just prioritised while those units were in space, just getting them out. A lot of them hanging around at the moment. And then needs to get them all in a big group. Some kills here though. Or hit like 3 or 4 places at the same time, because it is difficult to defend this many Geos with just like anti-air troopers. Airbase is on the way to help out. Ugh. Oh, pull them away. Give me what I crave. Dead workers, man. Dead workers. Is there anything more appealing? The Geo's hunger. They hunger for slain robots. I can see what Arnie doing. I can tell you what Arnie's doing. Arnie has developed a phobia of Geonosian warriors. That's what Arnie's up to. He's preparing for the 10 Geos that might come one day. Completely reasonable thing to be doing. So all momentum for this team, because the Geo's just popping out. Everyone's like sitting turtling in their bases now. That's kind of giving Yoda, Esty, and Grinelli here just a lot of time to do what they want at home. They can expand outwards and start planning. So not really any scouting coming their way either, so they could really get some good momentum. Get some good units out. Dictate the next plays. There's these guys just trying to get themselves up to T3, not lose workers. John gets like a standing air force out, a lot more mobility to chase down these Geonosian warriors. Really could maybe be on a third CC by now. He's not really got much overhead with carbon in that, right? A lot of Nova built up as well. Let's just turn that into carbon stuff, get all those upgrades. Harvesting program, building a lot of these. Doesn't got the nerf upgrade either. There we go. What was missing there? A nice boom on, and then it's really like, what do you want to do? Because I asked myself this quite a few times off the Geos. What's the best thing? What do you want to do next, right? Now, before, in vanilla, you weren't an air civ. But now, Geos are an air civ. Can't get shield, so... I think ideally... I used to, like, want to play mech off of it, but... I think in terms of what's easy, and you've already got these workers on Nova and stuff, right? I think it's, you either go into air, or you go straight Mounties. Because Mounties are just really good. The biggest, like, thing that bothers you about going into early Mounties is how long it takes to get the blooming armor upgrades. And you get them for free. So it's really not that much to get them going. So you could go like double airbase. Make some fighters now, or just go Mounties and double airbase for like interceptors. And keep the fighters off your Mounties, right? And then just go for tech, go for buildings and stuff. Be quite cool. Especially when you got like nursery start, right? Because then you can get your upgrade from the nursery. What is it? Beast training. 25% HP for your Mounties. Bit of a strike fight here. Arnie and Yoda. The gate though. Yoda has control of the crossing, but there are like 2 crossings over here. Which no one knows about. Does Arnie even know about it? Nope. Nobody knows that they exist. For all intents and purposes, this is the only way to get into the other side of the map. These 3 locations. They don't even know about the one over here either. Oh, they do. And that, well, Esty knows. He's just made the river longer, the lava river. He's connected the volcano. It's that red on the minimap. The white dot. I'm only adding in like an MD or 2. Maybe get some push going. Look at the big boom, getting a lot of farms down. A lot of farms down. Getting the food processors down and everything. And it looks like he's going to attack into Geo Air, I suppose. Wouldn't want to play it long though, right? Because I think we do downplay like how relevant this tech is. 25% is a lot. I wouldn't want to sit on the air too long. I kind of feel Mounties are like really actually quite strong. Like to go in early T4 Mounties. Because you don't need to commit too much to defend them if you just get like a bunch of interceptors out, right? How expensive are interceptors as well? Like 50-50. Not too bad. It's pretty reasonable, in all honesty. Like 6 range so fast. Good at what it does. Arnie getting some strikes over here. Using the transport. But little did he know. He could have walked there. Dropping across here. It's like Yoda wasn't really prepared for that. Because he's over here with his strike max. He's went all the way around. Or went for its gate, rather. But he's in here, so who can do the most damage here? I'd say like the DPS right now favors Yoda significantly. Slightly better upgrades for Arnie, but he's fragmented his forces, right? He's actually coming back with his mech stars. Yoda's got one MD out. And Arnie's not actually microing at the moment, so this MD's getting really good trade. They've really been softened up, and these actually could kill the MDs. They could go on the hill here and take the trade. I think he should have taken that. The bomber from John, that's really going to help out here. I'd say at the moment the damage favors Yoda, I think. Big gains for Yoda there. John might be a little bit distracted helping out there. He just started T4, whereas Granuli is almost T4. He's 3/4 of the way. We got what, 5, 6 fighters? Yeah, there's a lot more for Granuli. I think Granuli's got the much stronger. He's 1,000 points ahead of him as well. Oh no. Big explosion. Smoky randomly over here. That's annoying after having that sort of evenish trade back and forth. Granuli hits T4. Fire upgrades will be on the way. Shield modifications. But where was Fast Fighter? There it is. Let's see Granuli set up the follow-up. And one of the reasons I feel you should just play Food Nova into Food Nova here is because you only really got like 100 workers, right? So your economy's set up in a sort of specific way. For you to do anything else, you kind of want those next 50 workers, so... Ideal gameplay is that you're actually doing things while you're building those 50 workers to get up to your like late game economy. So building air and then maybe building Mounties. So you try and go into mech right now, but still need those like 50 workers, which are mostly going on carbon probably. Because you've kind of set a lot of your farms up. It's maybe like what, 10 on farms and then the rest are going to carbon. Then maybe a little bit to Nova or like. It's kind of the big problem. That's why Mounties would be like such a strong thing. Because if you crashed into someone doing this with like mass Mountie, like they can't deal with that. The only people that can deal with that are the ones that are going T4 strike. Or with fighters. But you can bring interceptors for fighters. So we're really going to come in here and do a lot of damage with these fighters. Going straight for Arnie. Which I find kind of surprising. I think he probably should have went for John right now and tried to do some damage to him. And then that hampers his ability to defend the rest of the team. Arnie's not that threatening right now. He's just going to let John come over here and take a trade with him when he wants to. John's hit T4 now. He's got armor in the way. Shield 60%. Building interceptors now. That's why doing a bit of raiding here in his base, but he's pretty well equipped for it. Like he's sprawled all around this area. Wouldn't let that holocron go home. SD not looking like he's had the best boom this game. Kinda terrorized a little bit in his base, I guess. Smokey's been doing something. I've not quite caught that on the minimap though. He was over here with strikes for the last little bit. Would like to see SD get over to this big ass carbon cluster here, man. Get set up. Set up for later. Be nice for these CCs. Just seems a little bit conservative in his boom. It's a bit quiet on the other side right now. It's now sort of the follow-up point. John putting the pressure on with his air now. Is he really racing over to come and help? Just the one interceptor though. Well, that mucked up their AI a little bit, eh? They kind of fixed it okay though. They were like gonna chase it and then it kind of stopped. So maybe not the worst. Just a lot more fighters there though for Granuli. You know, he does have armor, but straight to interceptors now for John, but that's not gonna help too well. Because I guess Granuli's plan is to get over here with his mech, and there shouldn't really be anything to counter them so much. There's a couple of bombers though. Like, what's the resistance got for them? It's pure air here, right? So they get efficient manufacturing, so they get them cheap. So I think like attackers and interceptors. Could go bombers though, maybe. They have like reasonable bomber upgrades to the bomber sieve, so. I think it's a big ask for him to just go mech as well. I just don't like it. It's not really like smart way of playing. John's only on 70 workers right now too. He's really behind Granuli economically. If he starts going mech, I think he's cooked, man. I think he needs to just stick to air. He needs to get more workers out. Don't even need a lot of attackers, right? Just a bunch of interceptor. Win the interceptor fight on top, and then just use a couple of attackers to keep these units at bay. Buy Arnie some time. A lot of free time now for Yoda to get into the game. SY got a lot of strike mechs over here, just causing problems. I think ST's biggest problem is he's defending with grenade troopers at 43 minutes into a game. Grenade troopers suck in T2, they suck early T3. Like, just not a good way to defend like mass strike mech, because it's so volatile. Look how quickly they die. And he's such a good civ for mech as well. This is a big mistake. Cost him a lot of food. Each one 90 food. I'm really getting this fortress set up now, which means cannons can set out, and then there's no really way to touch the cannons right now. There's a few attackers. Yoda needs to, like, get in here. What's he up to? A lot of interceptors. So Granuli gonna cover his army with those. I think Granuli needs to add some turrets too, right? I think that would really help him. And take like the sting out of having to make so many air to defend his units. Because it is expensive. Big meat in here for the boys. I don't know. A real funny story, this guy. Oof. Look at this new tower we've all erected, guys. Isn't it magnificent? Really actually helping out here. SD a little bit. Smokey getting the pressure on. Into that carbon cluster now, but it's a bit late. Fortress helps out a bit. It's that classic building in the way. He's conquered the the minimum range fear of the cannon right here. What is it? So only sometimes. Not always. There it goes. There's no minimum range rule for my cannon. Boom. Cheeky hollows up for grabs here, boys. What do you know there? Who wants that? Not I. In comes Yoda. Absolutely late for work here. T4. Difficult for Arnie here, honestly. Fully reliant on a underdeveloped pocket right now. Only gone up 20 workers in this time. It's really not doing the best with production. A little bit sporadic. Granuli should be 150 by now, right? 158. They should be setting up trade as well. That's what they need to do now. Got a little bit of an overcushion. I think just a couple of assault mechs is really strong here. They can't do anything about them. They've no, I guess SY if he gets involved in that type of thing. Playing mech right now. Mech Black Sun is just it's a bit of a meme, right? It's not the greatest. I think this is maybe Granuli's biggest complication right now, is he's going to have to come and help. Getting smoky quite a bit here. Hopefully Yoda can take over things here, but a lot of air built up. Ready for one big trade. And I mean, I think it wins this. One turret's nothing. There's not a huge amount of interceptors. I think John should just take the trade now, before this gets out of control, before they add like a second and a third turret. Not paying attention though. It's like 3 hits per shot. So he's adding second turrets, I believe. There's a few fighters that can be in there as well. Ideally, fighters and the interceptors are tanking shots here and the attackers are getting more damage in, right? Jesus Christ Jones. SY causing problems in Garuli's farms at the moment. Arnie, he's got his upgrades out. He might be... How's he looking economic-wise? 108. He's okay-ish. He's gotten the upgrades out of the way, so you can try and get some good value, getting just a few bodies under the shield and rely on the air, but you can see how it becomes a problem now, right? There's not really a way to deal with these turrets now. The only way would be cannons, but then there's quite a big standing army of MDs that can snipe them. If Arnie can pop out a couple of assault mechs, though, I think he'd be okay. We're attacking at some grenade troopers. Trade getting set up for the boys. They need to do the same over here. SY is going to get a real problem if he gets like proper unit composition. I feel like Este's just not really been in this game, unfortunately. They're not taking as much land and doing as much damage as they want to Arnie, you know, as quickly as they want to. Because this problem's going to start swelling out of control. Like, look, the diversification of the units that's starting to add in is such a big problem. We're just rallying MDs at them, right? Once there's troopers and there's Night Mothers, like, that's just going to be so tricky to deal with. These anti-airmobiles a bit forward. Arnie's quite a talented player, so not too tricky really for him and John, I think, to hold this. Stall things out while Smokey gets online here. Which means it might actually come down to Yoda just defending this crossing and Granuli fighting all out over here. I already see a lot of investment. Just 70 health grenade troopers, man. A couple of Mounties too. Really just gonna get overrun at the moment. Arnie just needs a little bit of a area of effect. Be a good trade for him though. Getting a bit mucked up by the carbon in the building. Not as good of an arc. And SY continuing to march forward. I think they're going to get any trade set up as well. So many cannons too, like it's a real strong push going. We're really going to start losing like turrets, command centers. Can't quite get like a standing army. Like a lot of them are just rallying through Mounties. And they're just going to GG. They can't do it. I think Yoda can reinforce a little bit, but I mean he just can't push this on his own, can he? And really just falling over here like dominoes. I don't know what game I'm on anymore. There's another one. Similar map. The Vulcan blurg. The black blurg. Those yellow eyes of doom. So, Granuli here. In the blue with the, not the Galactic Empire, the Imperial Remnants. Lucky Ashman here? Lucky Ashman coming out of nowhere. Sneaking in there. Who's he replaced? Oh, SY's gone. That's what it is. So Lucky Ashman in pocket with the Wookiees and the Teal the Cyan. And then we got a Yoda here in the orange for the Confederacy. Then where's Arnie? Team Captain Arnie here in the red for the Geonosians. We got Nanaka Jones here on his team now in the yellow, the Royal Naboo, and then lastly we've got John here in the purple with the Gungans. So many crossings once more. This kind of looks like the same map-ish, but maybe not. A lot of the same like wildlife. Oh. Kawaki and monkey lizards. Aha. Salacious Crumb Gang. Representing. Not got as good of a laugh though. What's the food situation now? 6 nerf, good stockpile of food, a couple of lava fleas, the Crumb Gang to lure. Should be reasonable. Not mounting this time. You heard it here first from Yoda. First time in his life, not mounting this time. Rare moment. Snapshot it. Get your Facebook memory reminder in 10 years. The day Yoda didn't mount you. It's no first order, right? Geo's are a good one though. We'll see Arnie go for the shenanigans this time. Right on cue. It's an ethical mount though, he's got the carbon processor. You're gonna be like, damn, the one day I didn't mount you. He's mounting me. No carbon investment yet though. Right, these monkey lizards are out of control, man. It's all I can hear. They need cut out. Stop. Cease and desist. He's getting pushed. Pushed to his death. Oh, he's running back though. Mounted trooper on the way. The other side of things, troops are already up for, you guessed it, Granuli. Nothing queued up there though. Maybe build it a little bit early, is he? A wall going on here, but it's a damn moment, boys. Right, what's the odds he's got basic training being researched? Oof. Oh, it's a damn. Is he gonna take him down? Oh, it's 2 per hit. He's gonna make it. That's not food. What's this like super idle command center? There's basic training now. I think John's just put himself like 2 workers behind. That's the real dam here. The dams we made on the way. The real dam. Out they go, the mounted troopers. Saving up for 2 there. What's Yoda actually been doing? Oh, he's only just scouting it. Oh no. He's walled, but there is another path. And the workers are actually hanging out here. Could come over and make a turret. Something if he gets up to T2. Kind of a long time though. Gonna do some walling. Oh no, basic training. Oh no. Damn. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, holy. It's a bad time. Look at them, they're now super tanky, these workers. I have a few workers going down now though for Yoda. And the Mounties gonna keep coming. And being Geonosians, he got basic training for free, so he can make like 5 Mounties. Doesn't care. What do you mean? You're really saying he's coming? Want to help? It's defensive other wing Mounties on the team here. Oh no. Rather than attacking John here. Or the pocket. I don't like it, in all honesty. I think you're better out there on the map doing some damage. What's that? Mounties from the pocket as well, oh no. I guess maybe he does just stay home and defend his team, I guess. I don't know. I think he could probably go over and kill Power Core. Damn. Double tan ray damage there. Yoda has made it to T2. He's going to get a good turret here. Help rescue his carbon. Spaceport. I guess he can shift resources around with that. No troop center though. Doesn't really need, like, rescued. I don't think there's any way Granuli's punishing. He might. If Arnie moves his trooper recruits out onto the map, Granuli could intercept them and then go for his power core. He's T2 now though. But they're kind of a big distance between them. Don't run through the wall. What? There's a voobly entrance here, right? He's running. You could get the power core. This would have been such a bad time for if he ran into Arnie at this route and just killed all of these. Ain't no way he walls that in time. That's gone. Arnie needs like turret. We can try and repair. And take his troopers back though? No. Got 2 out. Just kill them though. Arnie must have like no carbon. Because he has to build. He has to spend carbon on troopers and he has to keep repairing this. Most of his workers are on food. Down it goes. Is they still harassing Ashman here? Is Ashman on his way to T3 though? He is. Doing pretty well. Arnie just gonna resign here. John the Late was actually not far away. Maybe a bit of a premature one, that. But alas, that's the end. Is that the last game? I don't know. Stop it. Where even am I? Plan Megiddo versus attack? No. Where was I? Lost. So lost. Right. 2, 3. Is this the last one? Yeah. Last game. Oh, what is this map? It's ugly. Snowy flats. We got Granuli here in the green, the Zan, pushing the Mountain Tauntaun. We've got a Royal Naboo here for Grey Yoda. And then lastly we got Nanaka Jones here in the blue with the Geonosians. On the other side we got Arnie, captain of the team here for the Republic. Also home to the captain of the utility trawler in the orange. Lucky Ashman in the pocket again with the Rebel Alliance in the purple. And then lastly we got John here on this team now. In Zerad. The Gungans. Getting into a Phylak. Phylaki. Big rat there with scars. And vibrant life forms here. Some birds. I think all these maps have really been Mountie maps, haven't they? But Mounties have not been troubling people as much. The early ones, anyway. With the changes to the worker damage and that. Looking around here. Not much. I'm going to speed it up, to be honest. Get me out of T1. I don't know what to talk about anymore. Ran out of ideas. Who's up against who? Arnie and Nanaka here. It's a bad time for him. And Yoda. John quite far away though. He's gotten that right up against the edge spawn. See any shenanigans? Not quite. Does look a lot like flats. Maybe it is flats, or like a different biome or something. Different cliffs as well. Everyone just playing pretty normal, legit. Luring all their food. A lot of carbon here for Yoda, so I guess he is gonna trooper. It might be. Same with John, he's getting a troop center. Means there should be one started here, because this is a lot of carbon early. Although, is he not going to be like... no, this is just too much on carbon for what he's doing. Because he wants to farm now. Huh. Still a lot of food. Much, didn't we? Gonna have to make farms now. Not like auto loss if John's gonna mount him, right? Power core's up. Oof. I thought we had an incident there. I thought we had an incident. That's some generous power right there. 2 minis on the way. This could be kind of bad for Yoda. Because it's just like all his carbon's invested in this and the food Nova processor. John making some medics as well. Heal his mounties up, I guess. With some meme gameplay. Other side of things, Arnie just T3 him. I've seen Nanaka do a lot of mounting. He's good mountie civ as well, but just not going for it this game against Arnie. One worker going down there. I'm gonna kill the lure. War crime. Is he saying he's too fucked to rush Arnie? Heals up the mountie. Good wall off here though for Yoda. Just can he get the food? He's kind of trapped at the moment, 400 food. Might have to sell his ore or something. Kind of annoying to sell your ore though. Not like you can do in like Age of Empires, they sell stone, but then their buildings don't cost stone other than like the castle and command center, so. Maybe sell 100 of it. Doesn't need to tack up. See John going straight to pocket now though. Into Granuli's base. Don't know what happened to the medics though. They're going well, taking a different path. But for the nursery, really just gonna keep preparing it though. He's forcing a turret. Which is good for Lucky Ashman here, he's free game. Look for a Nova though. Going to ore. Kind of a good opportunity if Ashman played aggressive here to just come and pin Granuli, since he's invested ore in this turret. He's getting harassed as he's trying to T3. Yoda getting like unharassed on his farm, so he's just got straight up to T3. Easy time for him now. Just cost him like 1 worker. Actually some trooper recruits coming across here as well. John is T2. Trooper upgrade out. This is going to be quite an annoying bit of damage here. Really at least managed to wall his power core over here. Going for the punch. John letting him though. That's kind of well handled for Granuli. John could have been a bit more annoying there and done some micro count, like kited away from him. Stood up into a good spot like behind these trees or something. So kind of a crisis averted there, and he's still just repairing here. Tanking all 3 of those mounties. It kind of results in them having 2 people at tech level 3 now though. Both going here though. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Bad rally point on the strike mech. A bit stuck. Arnie though, completely untouched walling it. He's closing himself off for the rest of the game. He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to chill out. What is this creature he's met though? The Jotaz. Interesting damage. It's like a constant 1 damage. I think it wins, right? Oh, wins at 3 health. Rip. How am I just catching all these Jotazes, man? Damn. And Yoda coming across here, doing some counter-attack. Taking advantage of John's base. A little bit of ground to cover at the moment. Damn. Flag goes down. 1 night out? He's already got strike mech though. Not that scary. See, Arnie's rallying them 1 at a time. Or two. You kind of split them up though. They're much stronger when they all come together. Because you kind of want to have with your knights, you want basically to siphon off each one to chase a strike mech. Because they'll keep catching up to it and doing damage, but when they're in low numbers, the strikes can just do this and take advantage. Just surround it and kill it off, so... Not really the strongest there from Arnie, I feel. If he just brought all his knights together and just hit one player, I think it would do the most damage there for him. Certainly annoyed Granuli a bit though, because he's had to make strike mechs and he wants to play it here. I think this was a good opportunity for him to just go pure strike and Yoda could go air. Hasty doing a lot of pinging for his own wing and his own base, man. I think some people do that a little bit too much, not let their pockets play the game. Like on the wing you should be like as completely self-reliant as you can be. Because your pocket needs to be able to like play the game and like dictate what's happening. A lot of knights running around, like it's just pure knight production from Arnie at the moment. He's got quite a lot of them, but they're just never together. And they can do some crazy damage. Could go off and like really batter Yoda at the moment. Yoda is terrorizing John. All these fighters. The lucky Ashman just doesn't have the count to help out here. Be very reliant on, or more Jotaz action here. Relying on Arnie just keeping these guys like pinned in their bases right now, because Ashman not the strongest pocket for them. They need John stable and built up in T3. Just look how many fighters there are running around. But the fighters have just not yet been able to do some damage. We've got one turret covering a lot of workers here for Ashman. Why does Ashman have a research center already? Is he trying a T4? Theoretically could. He isn't getting anything out of it. Be quite an early one though. CC on the way now. Oust at the moment. I could like use a spaceport a little bit. I think he would probably have not gone for this. Go for the super fast T4 here. It wouldn't actually be a bad play, would it? Like, with the way things are, if he got up to T4 and he just made interceptors, he could, like, save his teammates quite well. Just play for keeping them alive. John with a bit of a counter-aggression now. Some strike mechs. Really finding an angle here. Killing off all Ashman's fighters. Yoda gonna push those strike mechs out of the base with fighters and the bomber combination. Now they're kind of stable now, there's not too much of a problem for them. Arnie can't really touch Inaka Jones anymore with his knights, I don't think. I don't know what these bounty hunters are doing out here though. That's not good. That's a lot of knights. They can go straight to Yoda. I think he can kill Yoda's power core. Is he walled in? We might. He maybe was once upon a time. There's a lot of knights coming to his base. It's like 10 knights, right? Is it 12? It's 12. He could instantly convert like 12 workers and then build whatever he wants. Or like bash buildings down. Like, I just convert everything, rather than go for kills. It's quicker to convert. Not really any armor on these buildings, right? So the nurse are going to die very quickly. And all these fighters are going to be forced to fight these for quite some time. Gonna need a fortress for this. He's walking out. The nursery tax has been implemented. Oh, we could have killed both of those. They walked straight through them. These are some very brave bounty hunters. Straight into some strike mechs though. Ouch. Already keeping his knights alive. Bounty hunter's walking away, so they've just all been forced to play very defensive, so that's worked out well. Ashman's up to T4 now. John's looking a lot better now. Kept them in the game. Can Ashman do something crazy off this? Making interceptors. They get shields. Bomber defense not the best, and the strike's good against the bounty hunters that have been made, so it's a good way to do damage to them if you catch the bounties, because it's like what? Like 9. That's like 1,000 resources of food and carbon right there. And the knights are back here because Estes has been sending a lot of his bounty hunters out and about. Keeping him down here. Picking off units where they can. I'd like to see convert the workers though and banish the turrets. Yoda did get T4, trying to raid Arnie here, but Ashman's kind of caught up a bit. He doesn't have his shields just yet, but he wasn't making interceptors. I don't know what happened to them. It's not like it's hopeless now, right? Because he has T4. He's just struggling on, what, 2 air bases? 3? Oh, he cancelled the shields. Oh no. I suppose they won't matter in such a small amount. Not as much. Because you could technically out micro these, right? He's running away from these. Oh no. That's a problem though. Yoda got his own interceptors here. Bit of a 1-to-1 ratio. And looks like Arnie forced to get involved as well on the air front. Get shields and interceptors. Just trying to be as self-reliant as he can here. Bit of damage though. Well, Skirmish got cooking though. Is Zan. I do see double war center, so maybe can attack into mech. Playing strikes. Yeah. 4 built up here. 6 out. Just needs to get them out on the map. Get that heavy strike mech upgrade and get the damage in. And him and Yoda could just work together. Yoda could just make interceptors and keep the units off, right? Yoda got some masters out and about as well. Having a wee walk. It's gone off to Arnie's base. He should get a concentration, right? Convert some of the knights. Oh, do you not need the armor upgrade, right? What do you need? Blah, 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 blah. My brain. Yeah. Force influence. You don't even need concentration, right? Yeah, you just need to get force influence. And take away the knights. Make them be his apprentice. Scout up here, loose for. I don't know if that's a good distraction for the team. Yoda and Granuli getting in here with some units. Planning some damage. They're playing like attack or die right now with this gate. Interesting one. Ashman getting terrorized by these masters. Losing some advanced turrets. How to get a fortress. Get some bounty hunters. Ah, there we go. Going to lose the air bases, and that's really going to hamper his ability. Surprised he stopped though to go and fight this MD. The MD's doing nothing to him. -1 air base. And oh, so many strike mechs coming out. I don't know if anyone's ready for this. I can tell you one thing, knights are not going to do the trick here. I'm going to be loving that he's got these walls, but these guys can kill prefab shelter so quickly. Kill this light wall so quickly. Shouldn't be a problem. I would not be scared by these masters either. Just keep going. Set rally point and just like pump out as many strike mechs as possible. Build a sentry post. This is a hard hole to. I feel like it has to be attackers. Got a few masters out, but like look how fast they die. Oh, not microing very well though. It's getting on top of them. Where's the reinforcements from Granuli? Not many. Aren't going to stabilize here. Just not a lot of focus firing. Massive masters. How many has he got? Like 5? 6. The medics are out. I think pure strike mechs just would have been the way. Yeah. Just keep them coming. If he tries to start a cannoning, like he's just going to convert the cannons. I think a Mass Crusader. Oh yeah, there we go. Mass Crusader transition's going to be insane here, I think. It's so good against like a lot of units and they can't be converted, so. There's some heavy strike mech out though. Oh, that's a bad time. The gate that was not quite a wall. Big ping there. Masters will try and convert, but oh, they're getting slaughtered, man. Plus 9 damage too. Some attack, like the Avengers forming for the strike mech group. That's giving them a lot of leeway though, like because while that's happening, those masters can't take the cannons away. The damage is getting out there. It's huge speeders finally from Ashman. 52 minutes. When you remember your pocket has Rebel Alliance, like. Like, everyone's just playing for this fight here in Arnie's base. Did Aka get involved? Could even see just like running all the Crusaders in there as well. What units just chilling here from Ashman? Helpful units too. Speeders are a bit of an issue though. A turret up here. What's Arnie doing? He only up to 2 masters at the moment. Not really any Nova left for him, is there? Like, he's gonna need trade. Gonna need trade big time. We're a bit late on getting that set up. Ashman moving at the pace of those 2 mech destroyers. Where are the Crusaders? They're trying to raid the economies, but it's that gate once again. John at the moment mirroring him quite well with the heavy strike mechs. Is getting in here, and I think Arnie's going to feel a bit hard done by here. He worked pretty hard in the T3 to keep his team in the game, but this is just overwhelming. Ashman can only stop them, like, so far. Because they're just crawling with the advanced turrets. Ace to getting those A-mobiles in as well. They've got high ceiling too with the Hellfire rockets. John coming to build emotional support buildings. Not like the worst Civ to like stall and have a comeback though, if he can get trade up. If he can just keep making... Where are these lazy medics, man? 2 of them are near death. You get a lot of masters out and you can just like get good value trades for conversions, but... I like the scouts here. Because if you don't know, they are a detector. I think that's what he needed actually when he had his strike max initially come in. Just a couple of scouts would have been really nice. Then you can just bring them to detect for you, right? Oh, is there not? Where is it? The most forgotten about unit, the transport mech. I'm pretty sure you can put a bounty hunter on it, right? And it detects. That's the play. Aren't gonna resign. It's understandable. There's so much in his base right now. There's no Nova for him, and it's too hard to get the trade set up. It looks like John's actually getting opened up here by Good as well. So I believe that's the last game that I've got here. I'm pretty sure. Because this is like 4v4 I've probably already covered, so yeah. GG, well played to all involved. I hope you like the content. It's just like a series of games that they played in a row or something from one night, so it sort of showcases what it's actually like when they play. Not every game's a crazy late game scenario, because it's just usually the more entertaining ones that get covered, but it could be nice to see all the same. So if you like the content, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you want to see more. If you want to get involved in these types of games, please join our Jaku Discord server. You can find down below in the description field. Find the Expanding Fronts Discord as well, which is the mod that we're playing. Play this game on voobly.com online. You can pick it up on GOG.com or Steam. I think you can even get it on EA Store these days. And if you want to support the channel in another way, maybe buy me a coffee. You can find PayPal donation link down below in the description field. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.